Life is not fair to everyone. Some get stuck in the deepest holes. But what if they get 3 magical wishes? What will be their first desire? Din is one such boy on whom life hasn't been easy. His teacher doesn't understand his creativity and often kicks him out of the class. Then one day he meets someone similar to him. It's a cute little girl named Lena. Din is brought up by his single mother, while Lena only has her dad. They both live in the same society, hardly making a living, and also share similar interests. With every passing day, their friendship grows stronger. One day they made a huge dragon kite and it almost pulled them to the sky, but the kids weren't afraid. They know everything is fun till they are together. Lena and Din promise to stay friends forever, but the cruel fate has stored something else for them. Lena's father suddenly gets a great business deal and he wants to leave the shabby place for a better life. Lena leaves Din behind, but he never moves on. 10 years pass by quickly, but Din's financial status hasn't improved a bit. To meet his personal needs, he works day and night as a delivery guy. He even skips his classes to earn as much as possible because he has a special event coming soon. To deliver his last package of the day, Din reaches a weird demolished building. An old man is waiting there who claims to be God. He gives Din a small green teapot. Din is getting late, so he doesn't argue for payment and leaves with the teapot. He wants to have a branded suit but doesn't have enough money, so he buys a cheap one instead. Afterward, he rushes back home and lies to her mother that he was taking extra classes. His poor mother is worried about his studies as it's the only thing that can change their fate. The neighbors are also looking forward to Din's success and putting him under pressure. Unfortunately, his classmate arrives at the wrong moment and accidentally reveals that Din was skipping classes. His mother gets really angry and scolds him severely. Din explains about his side job, but his mother only wants him to focus on his studies. He goes to his bed, but he hasn't given up yet. It's Lena's birthday and Din must wish her. He dresses up in the middle of the night and sneaks out of his room. He reaches the top of a building and stands in front of the glowing billboard. Lena's picture appears on the board. She has become a famous brand ambassador. While looking at her beautiful picture, Din practices how he's going to wish her if he gets a chance to attend her birthday party. His mother and his neighbors want him to complete his college degree and get a good job. His future is all planned in front of him, and Din is working hard for it too. But he feels like something is missing. He wants to fulfill the promise he made with Lena, but he doubts if she remembers him or not. Since she moved away, their friendship is blocked by a wall of financial status. Din is too poor to even get a glimpse of Lena. Suddenly, Din notices the weird teapot he got from the old man. It vibrates and something shoots out in the sky. It's a huge pink dragon who introduces himself as Longju. He offers to grant Din's 3 wishes, but Din keeps asking questions. Longju explains that he's a wish dragon who has been stuck in the pot for 1,000 years and must serve 10 masters to free himself. Din is the 10th person to get the teapot, so Longju wants to grant his wishes as soon as possible. While Din is trying to believe what he's seeing, a bunch of goons are searching for the teapot. They witness a strange light from where Din is and follow him there. Din runs away to save the teapot, but the goons follow him too. Din gets scared and wishes he knew how to fight. Suddenly, his arms and legs start to move like a kung fu master. He fights effortlessly and knocks down the goons. After reaching back home, he falls on the bed and goes to sleep immediately. The next morning, Din assumes that the last night was just a dream, but then his body works like an expert ninja again. Yup, it was all real. As soon as his mother goes to work, Din covers the windows and calls Longju. The dragon suggests to him a bunch of attractive wishes, but Din wants something else. He requests Longju to follow him into the city. Others can't see the dragon, but he's not used to the advanced city environment. Din wants to ride the bus, but Longju finds it too crowded and requests a taxi. He even gives Din $1 for the taxi. Unfortunately, the comfort isn't for long. They get stuck in traffic that can last for hours. Din reminds Longju that if he had let Din ride him, then they didn't have to get stuck. Longju tries to decline the request, but he can't bear the horn noise and the never-ending traffic. Finally, he flies out of the taxi along with Din. Din takes him to the mansion where Lena lives. She looks gorgeous in the white dress while greeting the guests at her birthday party. Before Din can say a word, Longju refuses to grant any wish, like making one fall in love. Din explains himself that he doesn't want Lena to develop any feelings for him as they are already best friends. He only wants to get a chance to talk to her. Therefore, he wishes Longju to turn him into a rich guy for just 24 hours. Longju looks at him in distress. How could someone be so stupid? Instead of wishing for permanent wealth, Din is just asking for a day. Longju grants the second wish anyway and becomes Din's personal assistant by himself. They get inside the mansion and witness the most luxurious party they have ever seen. Lena greets Din warmly, but she doesn't recognize him at all. She's greeting everyone with enthusiasm to get as many modeling jobs as possible. The spotlight focuses on Lena as she's going to dance with her father, but Mr. Wang is nowhere to be seen. He's busy with work like always. Poor Lena feels really embarrassed and Din wants to help her. He announces a kung fu performance to distract the audience while Lena runs away from the scene. Later, Din finds her crying in the kitchen. She still vibes perfectly with Din and has the same interests and dreams. Din was about to introduce himself when her manager interrupted them. It's a video call from Mr. Wang. He wishes her daughter formally and gives her the same necklace he had given last year. Suddenly, his attention diverts to Din. Seeing his expensive attire, Mr. Wang sets him up for a date with Lena. Din doesn't feel it is the right moment to reveal his identity and introduces himself as Dan. On Din's way back home, Longju tells him that he was a famous lord during his lifetime and everyone loved him. Not because he had numerous friends, but because he had huge wealth. Longju wants Din to understand that relationships are temporary, and instead of wasting wishes for a girl, Din should ask something for himself. Lena may not even look at him again after knowing that he's poor. Innocent Din hasn't understood the world yet and believes in his childhood friend. He even doesn't know that the man who sent the goons after him was none other than Mr. Wang. His company is facing a major downfall and operating on loans. It's about to get foreclosure soon. To save his business, Mr. Wang is searching for the teapot. Meanwhile, Din gets back home safely and doesn't let his mother know what he was doing all day. However, his mother notices his weird behavior and inquires if he has picked up any bad habits like drinking. She also tries to ask Din what he wants, but Din believes she can never understand. The poor woman gets sad at his son's rude behavior, but luckily Din realizes his mistake soon and apologizes. However, he doesn't give up on his goals. The next morning, he leaves for school, but he gets in his magical car to meet Lena. She's waiting for him at a luxurious hotel with hundreds of servants standing there to welcome him. Din gets nervous and requests Longju to guide him in being a rich man. All of Longju's bits of advice make Din appear like a proud and spoiled guy. Lena gets frustrated and stands up to leave. Din apologizes immediately and asks her out for a walk. Suddenly, the goons attack them out of nowhere. Din dodges the attacks bravely and grabs Lena's hand to slide down the stairs. They get in the street where a dragon dance performance is going on. Din requests Longju to disguise as a dragon costume and they get in the crowd. Unfortunately, the goons grab a costume too and fight Din. Lena gets in form and helps Din in defeating the goons and running away. They reach the top of a building and there's no way further. Just like in the old days, Din and Lena fly along with the dragon kite. They land right in the middle of Din's neighborhood. Din takes it as a chance to reveal the truth. Longju expects that Lena will get angry, but surprisingly she's really happy to meet her best friend. Together they get back to Din's apartment and meet his mother. Lena spends the whole day there with the sweet neighbors and enjoys the lovely atmosphere. Longju keeps peeking from the window and realizes he was wrong. Real friendship may still exist. Later in the night, she sneaks out with Din and reaches where the billboard is. This reminds Lena of where she belongs now. Her manager is also calling her for the modeling appointment and Lena must leave immediately. Din requests her to go on a date with him again, but Lena refuses politely. She explains that they belong to different worlds now and they can't be together anymore. In the end, Longju was actually right. Money can change people. Din gets back home in anger, so his mother advises him to accept the reality. Din gets more frustrated and gets back to the roof. He summons Longju and wishes to become extremely rich. The dragon gets worried and asks his master to think again, but Din is out of his senses. He has accepted that money is everything. Seeing his condition, Longju takes him to a place where he used to live. Longju was born into royalty and grew up to be the richest man. His daughters and sons lead a successful life, and Longju himself attained hundreds of lands and huge wealth. However, when he was on his deathbed, no one was beside him. He spent his whole life gathering money and never bothered to make a true friend. When he died, he was punished to serve as a dragon until he learned the value of life. Finally, Din has taught him that friends and family are worth more and they can't be bought with money. Din's temper gets stable and he reconsiders his wish. Meanwhile, Lena tells his dad about meeting Din and believes that they had a better life in that poor society. But Mr. Wang must hurry to get the teapot to save his company. He reaches Din's house with the goons and requests for the teapot. The goons' leader defeats Din and the teapot lands in Mr. Wang's hands. But the goons' leader has understood its worth. He snatches the teapot to wish for a golden touch, while Mr. Wang falls down brutally and takes his last breaths. Lena reaches there too. Mr. Wang wasted his whole life to give his daughter everything, but all she needed was her father's affection. Din can't stand Lena's getting sad. He rushes to get back the teapot. He lands on the goon's van, but the teapot keeps falling here and there. One of the goons wishes for hundreds of puppies, and the van loses control. Din and the goon's leader fly to the sky along with Longju. The goon proceeds to turn Din into a gold statue, but Longju protects him by sacrificing himself. The goon accidentally turns into a statue too, and they fall into the river. Din tries to save the dragon, but fails. Longju opens his eyes in heaven. His task is completed as he has put someone else's needs before his own. Longju waited for this moment for a long time, but now he has other priorities. He needs to get back to grant Din's last wish. The gods let him return, but he has to bear the circumstances. Longju goes back to Din and grants his last wish of healing Mr. Wang. Din returns home and hugs his mother. He wants to thank her for all the efforts she had been doing for so long. Mr. Wang comes over too and thanks Din for his help. They sit down at the dining table and Din's mother serves them her special soup. The soup tastes heavenly and gives Mr. Wang a great idea. He opens a restaurant and hires Din's mother as head chef. Their family business is running smoothly. Din gets to the storeroom and finds a dragon teapot. He calls Longju and he comes out immediately. He should have been in heaven, but he wanted to help Din, and in exchange, Longju has to serve 10 more masters before getting free. Din gives him a big hug and leaves the teapot on the old man's trolley. Longju is going to bring happiness to a few more people by making their long-awaited wish come true. Money can't guarantee happiness. It buys materialistic things, but it can never be worth more than true emotions and friendship.